Hello? Yep, we're here. Oh, better? Yeah? Hey everyone, welcome to another Saturday. Welcome to the Pixel Geek live stream. Thank you for joining me. Yeah, again, I just tweeted like a couple minutes ago. It still kind of makes me feel happy, grateful, in all the feels that more than one person would open their Saturday 2 hours out of their weekend to see me geek out about a piece of software. Still, you know, wow. So for everyone who's in the live chat right now and everyone who's watching a recording, thank you. Thank you. Super grateful. All right. So speaking of live chat, who's in the live chat right now? First one in the door, Ayush, welcome back. Keith, already with a suggestion or a question. Nelson, please do a video on custom form submissions, such as hide unused checkboxes from forms. Yeah, we can do that at the end of the stream. I think so. I mean, it seems like a simple interaction to hide and to hide and show a certain element. Yeah, we can do that. Brandon, what is up? Brandon is one of the backline customer support specialists over at Webflow, colleague of mine. We're the ones answering your tickets whenever it comes to like, hey, is this interaction really working or is this a bug? Like, that's kind of like our deal, what we do. And yeah, we do our best to try to handle every ticket with the utmost care and personal touch to it. So yeah, welcome, Brandon. Hope your weekend is doing hope your weekend's doing well. Junio is back. Ripple Effect is back. Colleen, wonderful, wonderful moderator, always helping out with the stream. Thank you so much. And I just checked my phone because I got a notification. Thank you. You again, you've every week you're donating a cup of coffee to me, but today it's not coffee, it's water, but thank you so much. Speaking of which, if you want to donate some coffee to support the stream, put the link in chat. Let's see here. Eunice is back. Yes. I would love to see your website again. Let's see any changes you made, any progress. Yeah, let me see. Sean is here. I think you're new here. Hello from Toronto. Yeah, where are you all from? I know Colleen's from Florida. Brandon, because I know him, he's a colleague, and he's on the East Coast as well. Pittsburgh, I think. Pittsburgh or Philadelphia, one of those. And see, Eli's back, Pablo's back, Nasser's back, Nori Vision, Nair Vision. Probably got that wrong, so sorry. From Odessa, Ukraine. Loazi, we're live. We live. Smash that like button, people. I'm not one of those YouTubers who tell you to smash anything, but if you enjoy the content, please push on that like button as hard as you can. All right. Thank you so much for being here, Luazi. Adil, seems like you're new here too. Yes, Pittsburgh. Yes, Brandon's from Pittsburgh. There we go. All right. Thank you all so much. Ayus from India. Oh, what time is it there? Oh man. But thank you all so much. Topic for today: customizing navbar and drop-down components in Webflow. So I noticed that a lot of people don't realize the power of the already already styled Webflow navbar component and the drop-down components. So I just want to make a video on that and how you can customize it as much as you want. And it's already responsive, so you don't have to do much interactions. You can actually add interactions on top of that, which is pretty cool. Not a lot of people realize that, so we're gonna get into that today. And Adil signed, donated to the to my coffee page, and he's the 100th person to do that. So thank you so much, Adil. You rock. Balix, welcome. I think you're new here, so thank you so much for chiming in the live stream. And if you like to lurk and you don't like to chat in the live chat room, that's totally fine. I get it. Thank you so much for watching. All right. Now, before we get into the nav bars and dropdowns, a couple announcements about the Pixel Geek community. The Pixel Geek Visual Dev Course, live dev course, inspired by the Webflow Camp No Code that I helped hosted. Um, it's happening. When? Well, we're still organizing our thoughts. Me and the rest of the volunteers we're trying to get together for our first meeting about it and organize a schedule that makes sense. So thank you again to Eric, Colleen, Rock, Sarah, and Lily. Thank you all so much for helping me out there. The Pixel Geek community. Guess what? We got a domain name. Finally, it's real. Pixelgeek.community. Let me put it in chat. Copy it and paste it in chat right now. Yes. So it's live. It's still the coming soon page. So the community isn't live. The community website isn't live, but it's getting there. Yeah. So if you want to sign up for the email list, so I can send you updates as we start to get it done. I started to go into MailChimp and just create a basic email template. And then my wife was looking at my screen and she was like, "Do you want me to design you a template?" And I'm like, "Okay, if you have time." Because I'm not a designer, but she's looking at me like, ugh. So she's gonna help brand it up for me, and oh man, super grateful. I mean, she's the one who created that. There. She created that logo. Wait, I can't point. There. There. She created the logo. She created the color scheme, and I'm like, so super grateful to have a wife that's super creative. All right, so sign up. We already. Oh, speaking of signups, the first day I posted the webflow.io link saying, "Hey, sign up for so when we open so I can send you updates." 15 people signed up, and I was like, "Yay, cool!" And I was happy with that. 15. I was over the world with 15. And then I was like, the next day, I saw how many people signed up, and it was over 100. And I yelled outside of my window because my wife was playing with Nova outside, and I yelled, "It's over 100!" Because I was like, "Oh crap, this is real now. This, I guess we have to go full force on it." I did not expect over 100 in a day. Okay, so we're at I think around 160 signed up for the email list, and I'm like, oof. Wow. So thank you all for your support, and we're going to get it done. It's going to open, right? I promise it will open. And speaking of which, I want this to be a community resource, right? And so if you have a video, a YouTube video that you have taught about no code, anything in the no code space, please post it in that link. There's a form I posted in the chat room. Go there, submit that form, and yeah, we'll get that into our catalog. Bonus points if it's taught in a different language. So far I got submissions obviously in English, but also in French, Hebrew, and Spanish. So if you have another language that you're teaching in, please submit that, because yes, people can use the auto translate in YouTube, but it's easier to learn in your native language. Like, there's a lot of jokes that probably doesn't translate well when you're watching a Webflow University tutorial video. And I know it's very funny, and it makes me laugh because English is my native language, is my first language. But I'm wondering, do those jokes really fly in other languages? So yeah, submit yours. And what else? Another thing, if you are, here, I'm gonna put in chat too. Also, submit to the community. I'm starting a showcase of projects. So if you have something cool that you've built in Webflow, post it there as well. Post it there, right? Yeah, so I have so many ideas for the Pixel Geek community that I'm pouring into this website. And each time I get a new idea, I'm so excited and I'm like, oh, I gotta jot that down or I gotta build it now. And so, yeah, it's coming soon. I've been using Webflow, MemberStack, Circle for the community chat board, Zapier, and JetBoost. So, yeah, this is gonna be cool. This is gonna be fun. So, when will it open? Soon. I already have a planned date, but I want to make sure that something happens before we open it. All right. Yeah. Lastly, at the end of the year, I would like to have a community site awards where people can submit their projects for free. You don't have to pay to get your project submitted. But finalists who get to the finals or something, I want to do a thing where each submission who gets to the finals gets reviewed, a video review from each of these judges. And I'm going to ask people in my network I want to get a diverse set of judges who are from different no code communities and have different skill sets. So you can get a very, very honest review. Will there be. Will there be like set winners with prizes? I don't know. Maybe I can find some sponsorships or something like that. But I think it'd be really cool. All right. That's it for community announcements. Okay. Let's see here. I already got some questions. Keith, oh no. So Nasser, which way is good to design your website on tools such as Sketch, Figma, Adobe XD, shift it to Webflow, or start with Webflow directly? Good question. Yeah, let me start with that question, Nasser. It depends. You know, how comfortable do you feel inside of Webflow? There are people who do both. I mean, there's people who like to do one way and people who like to do another way. So there's people who aren't really comfortable designing directly in Webflow because it's all about thinking in web standards. Will feel restricted with their creativity. And I get it because if you have an idea and you want to get it down right away on Webflow, you have to do all this CSS stuff and all this positioning and whatnot just to make your idea visible, just to execute on that idea. But it's faster if you do Sketch, Figma, or Adobe XD, so you can just see it from a high level point of view. Obviously, those are more tools just to do, yeah, a bacon good a sandwich. My use. I'll make it cold. All right. Thank you. He's he's getting my coffee. Sorry, that was my wife. Ooh, Eunice, thank you so much for the coffee donation. Speaking of, wait, my MacBook. There it goes. Sorry, that was my wife. She was asking what I want for coffee. Anyways, yeah. So, from a high level, like a high fidelity mock, and then once you're okay with that design, then you put it into Webflow. So either way works, however comfortable you feel. If one way doesn't feel good, then do the other way. But yeah, it's all up to you. All right. Cool. And hold on. Brandon wants a sandwich too. Brandon. All right, we'll ship you a sandwich, Brandon. Wait. What? Oh. Is it dry? Thank you. Thanks. Okay.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous. All right, thank you.
Brandon.
Ow!
Hi, Brandon.
Okay. We'll ship you the sandwich. All right. Yeah, do you think it's a good practice to start by designing style guide first in Webflow before starting your website? Yeah, that's still a struggle for me, and that's one of the Dream Big Week projects that I also helped out with. Wouldn't it be cool to have a style guide set up for you already inside of Webflow when you start a new project? So yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's get into Webflow. Let's see. Oh, it's already 10:21. Yeah. So 10:21. Yeah, we're still on time. All right. So if you have any other questions, that's not part of today's live stream topic. Colleen will help jot it down, and I will answer it after the main topic. So let's go to my screen. And there we go. All right. So this is my personal site, but I'm just using this just as a sandbox because I already have colors in it. But yeah, navbar. So in the add elements panel, at the very, very bottom, we have a bunch of these components. Now, these components are pre-styled, pre-coded by the Webflow engineers. And so all the things you would need to do to make a drop down, a background video, a lightbox, or a navbar happen, there's code already in there for you. So you don't have to write the CSS. You don't have to write the JavaScript to make it happen. You don't have to make it responsive. It's already done for you. So this is really cool. So I'm going to drag the navbar into my page. Boop, and there we go. Now, a lot of people think that this navbar, because it's pre-styled and pre-coded by Webflow, is restricting. To me, it's not. It's super flexible and it gets the job done faster. All right. Now, here's one of the things I usually do whenever I put in a navbar. Webflow already has all these elements for you. You have the container, you have a place to put your logo, and it's also a link, so it goes, you can direct it to your homepage. You already have a nav menu, which has your nav links, and then you have your hamburger menu or icon. Yeah, I mean hamburger menu button with the hamburger icon in there. All right. So what I usually do is I get rid of this container because this container is set to 960 width. That's too small, especially nowadays when people have wide or even ultra wide screens, right? We have a lot more room to play with. So what I do is I go to add elements panel. I drag in a div block into my navbar in the same indentation of the container, and I put all the elements, I take it out of the container and I put it in the navbar. And how I'm doing this real fast, let me undo, is I'm dragging the brand into the div block and then I move to the right. See what I did there? So let me do it again. I'm going to drag up and to the right, and then drag up and to the right, up and to the right. Oop, hello. Now you're distracting me. I'm already sitting down. Okay, bye-bye. Hello. Okay, bye-bye. Mwah. Thank you, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, so after that, I delete the container. Okay? And now, if you look, the navbar is super wide. It goes from edge to edge. And now I get to play with how wide this is. So this div block, I'm going to name it nav container. And I'm going to give it a width, a max width of, say, 1140. Okay, oops. 1140. And then, see how it cuts off right here? Now I want to center it, and to center it, I need to put margin auto on both sides, all right? But the shortcut to that is this. Boom. All right? Now, if you don't understand what margin auto means, let me explain it real quick. So I'm going to delete that auto. I'm going to delete that auto. Now, because web design, everything starts from the left, everything pushes to the left, kind of like a Google Doc or a Microsoft Word. You're typing and you're starting from the left, so top left, and then you press return, and then it's goes down, but it still starts from the left. When you press auto right here on the left, what it's actually doing is saying, hey, on the left side, push it as far as you can to the right. Right? And so if I add auto to the right side, now you have a competitor saying, hey, push this all the way to the left. And so both of them are pushing against each other. And when they push against each other, it makes the thing go to the center. So that's what margin auto on both sides does. One's pushing to the right, another's pushing to the left. And so they meet at the middle. There you go. Nova distractions are beautiful. Yes, they are. All right. So that's that. Now let's go ahead and let's put my logo in here. So I'm going to just find my logo. There we go. I'm going to put that in there just for now. And I'm going to take this brand. I'm going to give it a width of, say, 75 pixels. Oh, no, lower. Yeah, there we go. We'll do 35. All right. Now, if you notice, this looks weird. This looks weird because it's hugging the top. But these are all in the center, vertically centered. They have the exact same space at the top and the bottom. Okay? Now, here's where Webflow has pre-styled CSS. So if I click on any of these nav links, Webflow doesn't tell you loudly enough, in my opinion, but there's already padding right here. So if I scroll in, you look, see, there's already 20 pixels padding on all sides. However, I didn't do that. Webflow did that. So these, in my opinion, should be already blue, okay, to say, hey, we've already styled it for you. So I can go ahead and change this if I want by holding shift and then playing around with the numbers myself. You know? But I'm going to leave it as 20. I'm going to leave it as 20 for now. All right. Same. Also, with all of these nav links, or sorry, the nav menu, this nav menu right here that wraps all the nav links, this too has pre-styled CSS. And you won't be able to see it unless you turn on or open the float and clear. So right here, it has a float right. So this is what's pushing it to the right. Now, floats is that old school CSS that has been here since, man, when did I first learn about floats? 2004, I think. Yeah. Oh, it's very old. But now we have this new hotness called Flexbox, right? So what I usually do with my nav menus is I make sure to tell it, don't float. We don't need that. That's old. We don't want that. When I do don't float, everything pushes to the left. That's what I want. Okay. And also this brand right here, this also has a float. And this is what's pushing it to the left. But I don't want to use that. I want to use Flexbox. So I need to set this to float none. Okay. Oof. I need to fix my logo real quick. Get this. Set this width to 100. Ooh, that's not what I want. Why? What? Why? Do I have to set? What? Hold on. Okay, do I have to set this as 35 pixels? I guess so. I thought this would take 100% width of whatever this is. Oh, there it is. So see how this brand is going all the way 100%? It's because this has a display inline, which is odd. But if I do display block, there we go. Then it shrinks all the way back because I've set the width to 35. That was weird. Now if I remove the class here, there we go. All right. So this brand needed to be display block. That way I can set a width. And also I turned off my float. Cool. So one more thing, this this hamburger menu button, again, is already pre-styled. It has pre-styled padding of 18 and it's float to the right. I don't want that. Okay. So what I'm doing is saying, thank you, Webflow, for pre-styling everything for me to get me going. But now I want to customize it. So I'm going to remove some of the things you already gave me. All right. And also this menu button is pre-styled to display none because it will only show up in mobile display, in the mobile breakpoints. And what I mean by that is these right here, tablet on down. Okay. So we have that. Now let's go ahead and center these vertically. Okay, so they're all centered vertically, and then have my logo on the left and push my nav menu to the right. Yeah, I could have used floats. I could have left it as floats, but I feel like Flexbox is the new CSS that lets me do things faster. All right, so this nav container, what I can do is set it to flex. And I want the align everything to be centered vertically. And then I want to push everything to the edges. Okay, and there we go. All right, now it may seem like a roundabout way to get this done, but this is more flexable. I had to. All right, so let me do it one more time. So display flex. Let me delete these real quick. All right, so what I did was display flex, align them vertically centered, and then push them to the left and right. Cool. All right. And again, like I did with my own personal site, you can take this nav bar and say, hey, I want it to be a vertical left nav bar. And I showed that in a previous video. I already have a stream clip of that, so check the YouTube channel. But yeah, you can do a lot with this. Okay? All right, next thing I wanted to show you is boom. All right, so right here at this breakpoint, this nav container could use some spacing on the edges. So I'm gonna hold Alt. No, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna hold Option, and then get both sides to be 20 pixels on each side. So that way, it doesn't hug the edge. Okay. And thank you so much, Colleen and Brandon, for answering questions. You rock. All right. So see this menu button right here? It's display block. It's pre-styled display block because it only shows up in smaller breakpoints. So thank you, Webflow. And also what's pre-styled is if I click on open menu. So I went to element settings, open menu. I have this. So it's already mobile ready. I didn't have to do this JavaScript. I didn't have to do the CSS styling. It's already done for me. All right. But let's take this even further. We can style upon this. Okay, so I'm going to click open menu. And so this nav menu 2 right here, I can style it and say, let's make it a height. Let's take over the whole page, 100 VH, right? So if I preview, it takes up the whole, it covers everything. Pretty cool, huh? So yeah, you can style it however you want. Let's keep going with this. The nav links, I'm going to change the font size. Okay, that's weird. Why did it do that? Look at this. I'm trying to undo. And That's weird. I just changed the font size and then it centered itself. Do I have text centering? No, I don't. All right, well, we'll keep moving. Well, maybe I want it centered. Let's say it's centered. All right, so again, let's go ahead and make these bigger because it's for mobile. Make it bold. That's weird. That height has null. Huh. All right, well, I'm going to do 1.3 dash. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to apply this same class name, navlink2, to the others. Okay, weird. Nope, not that one. Navlink2. Okay, now they're all in one row. Maybe I have to do display block. Ah, there we go. So display block makes them take their own row. Cool. One thing to also note is because this nav menu is set to 100 VH, I have a little bit of room. So if you look down here, my scroll bar, 100 VH plus a couple of pixels. And so it's making me have some scrolling. See that? What if I don't want that? I don't want that. I don't want that. So CSS Calc. Check this out. I'm going to, here's a pro tip. I'm going to drag in an embed to the very top. And let's do some low code. Style. So we're telling the browser, hey, this is custom CSS. And this is, what's it? Nav menu 2. Dot, which is the class name, nav dash menu 2. Height, calc. So we're telling CSS to calculate what is 100 VH minus, and the height of a default Webflow navbar is 60 pixels. How do I know that? I've been using Webflow for way too long. So 100 VH minus 60 pixels. And then I end it with a semicolon and a curly brace. Save and close. And boom, look, no more scroll. Scroll is gone. Yay! So that means this nav bar won't have that scroll. So open it, no scroll. And I'm scrolling up and down, nothing's happening. Cool. All right, so take that code snippet, and I'll put that code snippet in the YouTube description after we're done. Cool. Okay. That's done. All right. So let's take this even further. We have an animation of a drawer opening and closing. Wouldn't it be cool if we had a staggered load effect for each of the nav links? Okay, wait. Okay, that's weird. Notice how it says nav link here, but it says nav link 2. But these aren't. All right, I'm just gonna keep moving on. All right, so let's add an interaction to it. So a lot of people don't know that you can add interactions to your nav bars. All right, so if you click on let's see, this one, no, you have to click on the nav bar. Yeah, so if you click on nav bar right here, and then go to the very top right, interactions, and add an element trigger, you have this little nifty thing, nav bar opens. So you can animate something when the nav bar opens or closes. So click that. Let's go ahead and set an animation. We're going to start a custom animation. I'm going to press plus. And nav bar open. So I'm going to name my new animation nav bar open. And what I'm going to target is navlink 2. And I go back here, press the plus sign. And now I have to imagine, because the drawer, the nav bar, isn't open. The nav menu isn't open yet. So I have to imagine, what do I want the links to look like before the navbar opens? Well, what I want is them to be pushed to the left of where they are right now. I want them to push to the left, and I want them to have opacity 0. And then when they come in, I want them to, one at a time, go back to their original spot and opacity 100. So they have a slide in fade effect. All right, so let's move this. And so all of the nav links, anyone with the nav link 2 will start negative 30 pixels. So that's pushing it to the left. And yeah, that's it. And I'm going to set this as initial state. Weird. Oh yeah, okay. I want to set it as initial state because when the page first loads, this is what I want all of them to do. All right. On top of that, I'm going to press plus, and I want them to have opacity of 0. Cool. Actually, I'm going to rename this to... Wait, should I rename it? Wait, no. I'm going to leave it as this. Cool. Wait. Thinking. Oh yeah, I need 2 different timelines. So this one, I need to set it as initial state, because I need each of the nav links to come in at different times. So initial state, done. All right, cool. That one's done. Now, because I want a staggered load effect, I need to give each of these a combo class. So I'm going to go to this nav link, the first nav link, and give it a combo class of like 1. This one obviously will be 2. This one will be 3. So I gave them each a combo class because I want them to come in 1 at a time, right? I'm going to go back to my navbar, go to interactions, and let's add on top of that another navbar opens element trigger. So you can add as many triggers as you want. It's up to you. You can go crazy. But again, with great power comes great responsibility. Make sure you optimize everything. Make sure things don't make your users' web experience very laggy. Right, moving on. Whoa. Scott and Eunice, or no, oh, yeah, Scott and Valerie, thank you so much for the coffee. Both of you rock. All right, so I'm going to create another custom animation, press plus, and this one is navbar. Navbar opens. And now let's set each one. I'm going to go to navlink 1, press plus, and now I'm going to move each one to their original spot. So this one's going to go 0. It's going to have an easing of, let's say, out quart. And yeah, out quart. And then plus opacity. Out quart. Opacity. Oops, opacity 100. Yeah, that's what I want. And now rinse and repeat. So the fastest way to do rinse and repeat is just select both. So I've selected both by clicking on the first one and holding shift and clicking on the second one. Right click, duplicate, and I'm going to drag it in here with those two. And I'm going to right click again on those, change target, and notice how I have this pink bar at the bottom. This says select an element on canvas. So this means I can change, it's changing element mode. So I'm going to go here to my navigator and click on the second one. Okay, so now that I click on the second one, there we go. Now I'm affecting navlink 2 combo class 2. Right? And I'm going to set a delay for this to be 0.2. Okay, so the first one happens, and then 0.2 seconds after that one happens, the second one does its animation. Now rinse and repeat. Right click, duplicate, drag it in. Right click, change target, the third one. All right, now my class is third, and I'm gonna set a delay to 0.4 instead of 0.2. So now we have our staggered effect. Press done. All right, so one more thing. When the menu closes, we need to reset. We need to set those links back to where they were. So I'm gonna press plus, nav bar closes, plus, and sorry. I'm going to select my nav link, plus, move, and I'm gonna make sure that it's affecting nav link 2. I want all the nav links to reset, not just that one with the combo class. And I'm going to do the same thing out court and set the move back to negative 30 pixels. Press plus, opacity back to 0%, and we're done. So again, so much flexibility because you can put interactions on top of the pre-styled, pre-coded, pre-everything Webflow component. So watch what happens. Awesome, it didn't work for the first one. Why? Why is this refresh? Why is that buggy, Brandon? Why doesn't this nav link 2? See, I put nav link 2 there, but it's not showing up here. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna delete this one. You're being mean to me right now. Copy paste. Take this and call it home. I'm gonna give you a combo class of 1. Whoa. How come this nav? Oh, because of. Yeah, okay, I'll fix that. Anyways. All right, let's try this again. Still not working. I wonder why. Let me check my initial states. All nav. Okay, that one works. Okay. Here, navbar opens. See how this one is blank? I think that's a bug. So let me right click, change target, this one. Okay, now it should be fixed. There should be more of a delay. Let's fix that. So this one should be a delay of, because it takes, when you open up the nav bar, there's a 400 milliseconds or 0.4 seconds of duration to make that animation happen. So we should wait 0.4 seconds before the first animation happens. So let me go back to my nav bar. So this one, we're going to set the delay down here to 0.4. And then this one, we're going to add 2 to that, so 0.6. And then this one, we're going to say 0.8. And now we should have the desired effect. Cool. It's a bit slow. So let's speed it up. All of these will have a duration of 0.2, so it's super fast. Oh, maybe the delay is bad for each. How come it's so... All right, let's do point... Oh, yeah. Just add 0.05 to each one. That's faster. There we go. So I've set 0.4, 0.45, and 0.5. There we go. And then they reset, and they come in. There we go. Cool. All right. Now, before I get into the drop downs, let me fix that one thing. If you notice, look how big this is, this nav bar. The reason why is because nav 2 still is being affected by this cool CSS. So let me show you how to find the breakpoint in Webflow using code. So let me publish this real quick and go to the page, and then I'll get to your question. There. Okay. So let me drag this in real quick. There. And let me inspect. Cool. So let's inspect that. Right there. So this is the code I was looking for. So all I have to do is just copy this, which is @media. So what this is saying is if it's a screen and it has a max width of 991, do this stuff. All right. So I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to paste that here. Then I'm going to indent this. Tabs or spaces? Go, end it with a curly brace. Then once I press save and closed, fixed. Yay. And this should have some space too. Cool. So that navbar style, that custom CSS, only happens from 991 pixels down. All right. So there you go. Animate. All right. Cool. All right. Let me get to questions before we get into drop downs. See if I missed any questions. And again, thank you so much, Colleen, for jotting these down. Harsh. Harshal. Can we add GSAP animation library in Webflow? I'm not familiar. Thank you for Googling it, Colleen. Is it, let's see here, JavaScript library? Well, if it's JavaScript, probably. Okay, I see you can add a CDN to it. Sorry, you can add it by using JavaScript. Yeah, if it's just a client side JavaScript, then yeah, you can add it. I'll look into that maybe. Yeah, I'll look into that and see if that helps. But yeah, try it. You can add custom code to your Webflow site. Here, let me bring it up on screen. GSAP. Professional grade JavaScript animation for the modern web. Crazy fast. Compatible. Right, cool. Get started. Right? So yeah. So you can take this, copy it, and then put it into your custom code like that. And then do what you need. It looks like it's just JavaScript that you can copy and paste. So that's pretty cool. So that's the JavaScript. What's the CSS look like? Yeah, you can use it. Yeah, you can totally use it. All right, good question. All right, next one. How Anas Anas, I'm so sorry. Don't clip that. How to design a controller slider bar with percentages or words. I've seen this happen. Did ask for example. I'm still thinking about what I said. Okay, how to design a controller slider bar with percentages or words. I need to find an example of it, but it is possible. There is some sort of JavaScript that as you're dragging a circle on a track, like for I don't know, you've seen it on like mortgage websites or taxes or something like that where the number you can slide it up and down. Um, it's possible. I need to find where. I haven't done it myself, but it's just JavaScript. So yeah. Um, here. Next, Pablo's question got answered. Thank you so much, Brandon. Jose, hi Nelson. When I make the links an anchor point, I can't figure out how to get the nav to close as if the link went to a separate page. Any advice? Question was geared more towards creating a full screen menu. Hmm. Um. Hmm. I Let me try to do that after my next part because maybe I know what you're talking about, but I don't know if I have the answer, so we'll have to explore it together. And Joseph, I appreciate you guys. We appreciate you too. Right. All right. Cool. Let me get to my next part of my. Hold on. I'm totally loving my setup right now. I have a Logitech keyboard and a Logitech mouse that can go between my Mac and my PC if I just go to a certain hotspot on my screens. So I can switch between the two. Because before I was using two keyboards. Oh man, that was tough. All right, so let's get to it. All right, so let's play around with drop downs. So again, Webflow has all these pre-styled things, and so what I'm going to do is drag a drop down component, and let's put that inside of a nav menu. There. All right, so we have this drop down. We'll just name it drop down. And so what this drop down has is a bunch of elements. Okay. So you have the drop down itself, but then you have the drop down toggle. So this is the actual hotspot, the link, the thing that has the trigger effect. So this already has JavaScript on it. So when you click on it, it opens up your drop down list. So in your drop down toggle, you have your icon and a text block. And what those are is your down icon in your text block for the label of your drop down. Your drop down list, obviously you can't see it yet because it's not open, but it holds all of your drop down links. And so if you're thinking of making a mega menu or something like that, this is the component to use. Okay. So this drop down right here, if you go to the top right and click on element settings, scroll down, you have open menu. So if you open it, cool. All right. You also have a timer to close delay. So you can say we'll delay it by 500 milliseconds. Okay. So that's half a second. And so, yeah, I think so. And so if I click on this and then click it again, it took some time. There's some lag to close it. So I'm going to click again, and then it's gone. All right, so there's that. But I'm going to set this to 0 because I want it to happen immediately. You can also set this to open on hover if you want. All right, and it'll also close when you hover out. All right. So what things can you customize with this? Well, you can do the same thing that we've already set up. For example, if I go here and then click on plus, we have drop down open. So you can add those animations, those same animations that we did before. You can add it to a drop down. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to start animation, custom animation. And I'm going to do navbar initial state. But because these are different elements, I need to duplicate this timeline. Okay, this animation. Now that I've done that, I want to make sure that these have a class name. So I'm going to go back here to my drop-down links, go to my styles panel, and notice I don't have a class name. So I'm going to create one called drop-down link 2. I'm going to set that for each one. So this will drop down link 2, combo class 1, drop down link 2, combo class 2, and then same thing here, drop down link 3. All right, so I've set those up. Let me go back to my drop down right here. Animation. Let's go to navbar initial state 2. I'm going to rename this to drop down initial state. Select both of these. Right click, change target, and I'm going to click this one. All right, and I can just also change it here. Drop down link 2. That's what I want. Done. All right. Close that out, and we're going to add another one. Drop down opens, start animation, and we're going to do navbar opens, but I'm going to duplicate it. I'm down here. I duplicated it. Select it, open it, and let's change it to drop down opens. And all I have to do is click on each one. So those two, change target, choose the first one. Select these two, change target, and there we go. Boom, faster, faster, faster. Done. And now need to do menu closes. And so what I can do is go down to navbar closes, duplicate, select it, change the name to drop down closes, select both of these, and actually let me just change it to drop down link 2, preview, and there we go. And notice how these are gone. The reason why is because I have this navbar. I have this navbar interaction right here for the initial state. I have that set to trigger on all breakpoints. So I'm going to turn it off for desktop. And there we go. Now it's fixed. We have that animation going, and then we have this animation going. There you go. So yeah, you can customize a lot with these components. It's very flexible. And take these basics and do something crazy, do something fun. Make your nav bars do things that'll delight. These micro interactions really help with the user experience. All right. Yeah, that was a short one. But yeah, hopefully you guys take those tips. Let's see. Joseph. Here, let's make this bigger. Hi Nelson. When I make the links and oh yeah. Let's do that. Okay. Make the links an anchor point. Okay. So Joseph, what I'm thinking your question is that you have a drop-down menu something. Right? So let me set this up real quick for Joseph. I'm going to add a section. Full section. Cool. So flex center. This heading. What? What? Hey, why isn't this centered? Okay, well, moving on. Let me set this up. Section 1. Section 2. And Section 3. All right, so we're there. 1, 2, 3. Let's style this real quick. Cool. All right, so I'm guessing when I have a full screen menu, not the standard menu for tablet, a full screen menu. Is this a custom menu, Joseph? Like a custom menu, so it's not the navbar component? I made a full screen menu, but the menu don't close if the link points to. Oh, okay, yeah. Let me make a custom navbar or nav menu real quick. How fast can I do it? I don't know. Let's go. Custom menu. We'll just use this image for now. That'll be the open and close. Hold, please. Add another div for nav container. Put this brand in there. Cool. Make this like that. Ew, no. Okay, cool. So let me hide this real quick. Boom. All right, so this is our custom one. So if someone clicks on this, it'll open up our full screen menu. So I'm gonna add another div and call it full screen menu. And this one will be fixed full Z index of something crazy. Flex center, and we're gonna give it that color. And inside of here, we'll have another div, and this one is going to be this. We don't have to name it anything, huh? No. Just put links. So text link. Custom menu link. We'll make it bold. Something like 36. Oh, what? 36. 3 dash. No underline. We'll make it white. Actually, yeah. We'll do 50%, but on hover, you do 100. And also, let's go ahead and set the opacity, and so that way we have go. So text link. This should go to section 1. Each of them should be spaced out by 32. So 1, 2, 3, 2. Nope. 3, and so you hover each one of them. All right, so now we need to set each of our full sections to have an ID. So this is section 1, copy, paste, section 2, section 3. All right, 1, 2, 3. And now for these, I need to section 1, section 2, section 3. Cool. And so if you click on this, it should close this. And so what I want is each of these should have a mouse. So this is the answer, I think. So each of these should have interaction. On first click, start animation plus, and I'm going to name it close custom menu. And we're going to click on full screen menu and set this to display none. Right? Then done. And for this brand right here in our custom menu, this is what's going to open our full screen menu. And so for this brand, I'm going to create an element trigger, mouse click, custom animation, plus, then open custom menu. The action is we need to set full screen menu to hide show, and we're going to set this one to flex. Right, done. And then let's go ahead and set the full screen menu to display none. And so if I go to section 2, it doesn't work. Nice. What did I miss? Oh, I set the animation to this. Hold on. Oh, okay. So the last thing I need to do is close custom menu needs to happen not just on the element, but on any element with a class name of custom menu link. So clicking on any of these will make that animation happen. So let me scroll up, click on this, go to section 3. Boom. Yeah. Got it. Yeah, hope that helps. And like, let's, for one more thing, custom menu, custom menu, set that to display fixed, set it to the top, and then there you go. And it doesn't work. Oh, this full screen's, okay, that's why. Custom menu needs to have a Z index of like 1. Yeah. Click on that. Click on that. Boom. Done. And you can do animations to make that drawer thing happen when it opens and closes, but that's I'll leave that up to you. Cool. All right, more questions came in. Great question. That was a good challenge. Also, question at top from Keith. He added additional. Keith. Nelson, sorry to be a pain. What I meant is got 60 checkboxes on a. Ooh, 60. Need to show only checkboxes in the email sent. Fight from my wife. Enough said. Okay. Oof. 60. Can you show me? Are you allowed to show us? Show the community what you're working on? Put your read-only link in chat. And if you can't, just remove the dots in your URL with space and then replace them with spaces and put it in chat. And then Colleen will send that to me. Wait. Raymar posted something? Oh, okay. Today? Okay. Oh, that's what you're talking about, the percentages. Yeah, I need to figure that out. Okay, cool. Let's go to the next one. Mr. Anderson. Hello. Could you suggest cloud service to deploy my Docker containers? Easiest way. I have no idea. That is not my skill set. I'm sorry I can't answer that. I've heard of these words. I understand. No. I've heard of these words, but I don't understand these words. When you say Docker containers, I'm like, huh? So that's beyond me. But thank you for being in the chat room today. Next question from Eli. Is written tutorials also welcome to present on the Pixel Geek community site? Or only video tutorials? So my thinking is video tutorials helps people see what is happening. I learn That's what I like to learn through video tutorials. But I don't mind submissions from for written tutorials. I actually have those in the website. Man, I wish I can show you the website I'm working on for the community, but gotta keep it on wraps on a big unveiling. But yes, I'll make another form for written tutorials. Actually, I should fix that form and have a drop down for the type of tutorial. Yeah, I'll do that. But for now, Eli, if you have a written tutorial that you want to share with the community and put it into the community website, yes, please DM me that, and I'll put it into the resource catalog. And speaking of which, if you're just here, let me put the links. Let me put the links to our community sites. Boom. Oof. Delete that. I wanted to space it out. Okay, well, I'll do one at a time then. Copy. There we go. We got a domain name. Yay. If you have a video tutorial, especially if it's in a different language than English, submit that. If you have any projects that you're proud of or you've seen on the internets that are no code, submit that as well. Cool. I've been working really, really hard on on the website, and I can't wait to show you all. But it'll open when it opens. I already know what's going to trigger the opening, but I'm not going to tell you all. But just know it's going to happen, and I'm so happy. Ugh, so happy to help you all. Rani. Hi, is it possible to make the mobile menu scrollable when the amount of links don't fit inside the viewport? Couldn't make it work on a project. It can. Let's do that. Let's leave that one off. Leave that one off. And turn this back on. Let's see. Here. Let's open up this guy. Awesome. So what Rani? Sorry for the names. He or she is asking. There's too many of these. What do I do? Good question. What you can do is take the thing that wraps around all of your menu links. So this one is nav menu 2. I'm going to select that. Go to my styles. And I'm going to set the overflow to auto. And there we go. That's it. However, you'll have double scroll bar. So you see here, I have one for my page, and then I have one for the nav bar. So obviously you're not going to see the scroll bars on a mobile device because both Android and Apple browsers, they don't show the nav bars, right? They kind of show them when you're scrolling, but then they fade away when you're not, right? That's part of the base UI, the base experience that both types of devices have. But one way to make sure that people aren't scrolling in the background after they scroll down, and watch my nav bars, okay? Watch on this side, okay? Watch how this one will go up and down. Once I get to the bottom of the nav bar scroll, now the page scrolls. If I scroll up, then that one scrolls up. I scroll down, and then, see? We don't want that to happen. So how do we stop the page below the nav bar, the nav menu, to stop scrolling? So I've done this done a video about it before, but I'm happy to show it to you again. So what happens is, let's go ahead and we have a class name of menu button. So when someone clicks on the menu button, set the body to have an overflow of hidden. Wait, can you do that without code? Let me try it without code. Yeah. Let's see here. Nav. Let's add it to the nav bar right here. Nav bar opens. I haven't done this before, and maybe this is the cool no code way to do it. Oh, you can't. So what I was thinking is you select body, and then you select overflow hidden. There's no option here to do an overflow hidden, so you need to code it. All right, so what we're gonna do is when someone clicks on menu button, do a body overflow hidden, okay? And then when someone clicks on it again, remove that overflow hidden, make it overflow visible. So we need to code that. So what I'm gonna do is go to my custom code, and I need to do two things. I need to create a new CSS class for body. And say body tag dot no scroll. All right. I'm gonna say overflow hidden, and I'll put this code in the YouTube description as well. And now I'm gonna go here and add some JavaScript. I'm gonna say I'm gonna target my menu button and say on click do something. All right, and what is that something? I'm gonna say the body tag, we're gonna add a class. We're actually gonna toggle a class, which is no scroll. And I think that's it. So let's try it. Publish. Try it out. Oof. Why do I? Oh, yeah, because I have a bunch. All right. Let's go ahead and inspect so we can do responsive mode. Push this to the right. Unexpected end of input. I suck at coding. I probably... Hold on. Well, let's see here. Cool, yeah. So I have this scroll, but I'm still at section 1. So notice how I can scroll up and down. Actually, let me get to the elements. Where's my body tag? All right, cool. Body tag. So watch this right here. Body tag, it's going to add. It didn't. I don't know what I'm doing. Why are you listening to me? So simple. It's probably in my other... Hold on, let me see. In my other code, in my... Can I not save it? Hold on. And let me delete all this. Save it into there. Okay. Save. Publish. Get back on my screen. And designer. Okay, cool. I fixed the custom code issue. Cool. There we go. So body class has no scroll because I clicked on the menu. If I click it again, it goes away. So I'm going to scroll up and down. All right. And now if I click on this and I scroll up and down, and then I close this. I'm still at section 1. So there we go. I will share that code with you all later. Good question. All right. Update. Mr. Anderson, it's all about deploying your web app, but not only one instance web server. There is few microservices connected with each other. I need to deploy my cluster to cloud in some way. I don't know which one will be easier, better for my purposes. I don't know what he's saying. Microservices. Cluster. I don't know what these mean. How are we gonna get this to Brandon?
With the power of the internet.
Oh, Jesus. There you go, Brandon, if you're still here. For you, sir.
I'll eat it for
Yeah, I will eat it.
private.
I will describe it to you. It's just a microwave sandwich from Starbucks. But donated by you all. So thank you so much. And for the coffee. Thank you all. See, it just happened. Hold on, I'm checking my. Okay, cool. I'm caught up to date. Yeah, sorry, Mr. Anderson. I don't know what you're talking about. Pablo, can't you set the menu container to auto instead of 100 V8? And you, doing it auto makes the height collapse. So I did a whole CSS heights video. If you check it out on my channel, it explains if you set it to auto, it collapses going up. So you actually have to push it down. You have to set a height, an actual height to your divs. You can't just leave it to auto. Oh, okay, checking my stuff. All right, cool. Wow, caught up with everything. Yeah. I guess that's a simple stream, a short stream. Cool. Yum, loved it. Yay. You're welcome, Brandon. Yeah. So what else is up, everyone? First time we're like ahead of schedule by 30 minutes. That's intense. What do you want to learn next week? Yeah, what should we learn next week? I am here for you all. Notes. Yeah. So if you want to learn something, let me know. But if not, then we can end early. I mean, this is for you all. I want to make sure that you're all happy and having a good old time watching this weird stream of a geek who's geeking out about Webflow. But yeah. I mean, we can just chit chat if you want. I mean, it's up to you. Let's see here. How many people signed up? Nice. We're at 179. 179 people in the Pixel Geek community. Awesome. You all rock. Rainy. Please, Ajax page loader. Ajax page loader? What do you mean? A preloader? Or page transitions? I'm gonna have to look up how to do Ajax page loaders. I think there's a way using Micah figured out a way. There's a weird name for it. I don't know why I'm thinking of like Bethany or Brenda or I don't know, Brandon, if you know what I'm talking about. That Micah made a tutorial on how to do page transitions with a JavaScript library. Eli, accessibility next week. Oh, okay. Yeah, what kind of accessibility? Because I'm still learning that. yeah, like aria attributes. Junio 3D. Oh yeah, I'm actually doing a 3D presentation. I haven't set up for it yet. I'm not ready, but I have to be ready by Wednesday for the virtual what is it? The virtual Webflow virtual Webflow virtual tour. Yes. So I'm actually doing a breakout session on Wednesday doing the oh that's so cool. Look at this mouse. My mouse cursor. So I'm doing something on Wednesday for Austin. Yeah. So I'm presenting my talk is how no 3D creating 3D inside of Webflow is easier than you think. And it is. You just take a 2D object and make it 3D and boom, done. So I'm going to be wait, why do we call it World Tour? Oh, okay. Well, we added the word virtual. Okay, so virtual world tour. So how to do 3D stuff. Yeah. So cool. I love how diverse the speaker lineup is. That's awesome. Yeah. So cool things. Cool things are happening. Check it out. And yeah. Cool. So sign up for that if you haven't. Thanks for the link, Colleen. Brandon. Oh yeah, you're doing one too, but not till the 27th. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I'll try to read up more on accessibility. We'll do 3D and accessibility next week. Sounds like two completely different things, but maybe we'll do it. All right. But if that's it, hope you all learned something. I hope you all enjoy your weekends. And Rainy, I want to know if it's possible to navigate a site and only refreshing content inside a certain div. Yeah, that's what Micah taught. I need to find that. What? What was it called? It starts with a B. Man, I find it real quick. Webflow forums, Micah, um, page transition. Barbara found it. I remember trying this once and got frustrated. I was like, I can't do it. But here, I'll put this link in chat. That was close. Didn't I say Barbara? Oh no, it's not even Barbara. It's Barba. That was close. Yeah, so Micah, awesome guy in our education team, um, can do this. So if I go here, yeah, so it's possible. So notice how the URL changes at the top. So it's possible. So let me copy it and. Oh, I totally forgot ripple effect. Are we doing the last? I tried to do something new and I totally forgot. I need to add that to my notes. Thank you, ripple effect. Did anyone do last week's challenge of creating a card UI? If so, put your link in chat. Let's take a look at what you did. So every week, oh, I need a new challenge. Oh, I failed you all. I wasn't ready for this. Ripple effect keeps keeping me accountable. Thank you so much. Yeah. If you have a card UI that you've made inside of Webflow, let's take a look at it. If you didn't, I didn't either. I'm sorry. But I don't even have another challenge waiting for you. Man, I feel bad. Cards. Yes, show your link and let's let's do another challenge. Let me look and dribble real quick while I'm waiting. Um, actually, duh, makes sense. We talked about nav bars. Let's see what you can do with what I've taught you today. So next week, bring over a uh, a nav bar, right? Bring a nav bar to chat, and let's see what you've created with today's tip. All right. Thank you so much, Ripple Effect. I'm going to add it to my notes right now. Um, challenge. Nav bars and drop down. Right? How come I can't make that bold? There it goes. All right, cool. So that's the next week's. But let's review e-commerce card in Webflow. I don't want to be the only one. Ripple effect. I mean, if you're the only one, you're the one who got it done, and I think that's super awesome. But if you don't want to show it, I don't want to force you. But you're awesome for doing it. So oh, you did it. Oh, here we go. I have the link. Let me go on my other computer. Live. And if you have any websites you want me to review that you're working on, happy to do that as well. But now we're looking at. Oh, you even made a. Okay. Okay. Here we go. And you added drop downs to. Okay. This is cool. Let's fix it. I think it's supposed to be in this breakpoint. There we go. All right. I got you. Okay. I asked everyone last week to make one card. But you did all of them. So I think that's amazing. Like, whoa. You did them all. Okay? So I wouldn't be embarrassed. I'd be proud. I'm actually proud of you that you did them all. All right? So, okay, let's break this down. So I'm guessing you used well, first I think you used grid on this for this overall layout. Second, you've probably used flex inside of each of these. And hold on, let me go to chat room real quick. My layout is not good on big screen. It's okay. All right, so you did all of the cards. So this is I use this as an example. I didn't mean for everyone to recreate all of it, but I mean, if you learn something from this ripple effect, if you learn something from this challenge, that's the whole point. It's not supposed to look exactly right. It's not supposed to look good. It's helps you keep your chops, keep you sharp with your Webflow skills. And man, you did a really well job. Is well or good? Both. You've done awesome. All right, so let's see here. I'm guessing Flexbox for this. Yeah. So there's some spacing issues. Oh, okay. See, the fact that you can take a static mock and make it real is what I feel that is missing from a lot of these dribble shots. You know, it's like, ooh, I made this. Okay, cool. And especially if they're listed under web design and it's a static mock, then I'm like, is it really web design if you can't hover over stuff and see what happens? Is it really web design if I click on something and nothing happens? So, like this. It's awesome that you went this far. So great work. So tell me, what did you learn, Ripple Effect? What did you learn from this experience, from this challenge? He said, I cheated in one car. The payment bottom left is a design on Figma. But this isn't real. It's an SVG. How dare you? Nah, it's okay. you did well for all the other ones. All right. Yeah. What did you learn? Let me see if there's any other links. No other links. All right. Yeah. Again, very proud that you've done it all. But Brandon, you're on your way out. Thank you so much for helping to mod and answering people's questions. You, sir, have a great weekend. Yeah, you have hover effects, you have drop downs. I think you have your drop downs opposite. Yeah, so your drop shadows. So I think it should be opposite. It should be light on normal, and then on hover, that's when it should get dark. Because if you're picking up something off the ground, then there's more shadow to it. You know? Whereas you lay something flat on the ground, it's less shadow. So if you flip your box shadows, you should be good. I've only been working with Webflow for about 2 months, and you already did this. I can't wait to see what happens in 3 months, 4, a year. Dude, keep going, keep going. Yeah, keep challenging yourself. I hope to see your next challenge, nav bars. But yeah, so anyone else who wants to do the challenge, nav bar. Take the nav bar component, break it apart, put it back together, and see what you come up with, and bring it next Saturday, right? Is there anything else I'm missing? Lawazi, cool animation on the YouTube like button. Check it out. Not sure what you mean. Rani, thanks, but unfortunately it's not what I meant. I wish to reload the headers on page when browsing site. Can't find a solution. Not sure what you mean by that. If you can give me an example, let me know. But you and your video, hey, no, it's you who's taking the time to learn and apply. So great job, Ripple. So we'll end this stream now. And wait, update from Loazi. Waiting for link. Yeah. Wazi, if you want to bring your link next week, let me know. But yeah, I'm just gonna end it today. See if I can play music at the same time. Cool. Yeah, I got music going. All right. Thank you all so much for being here, spending 2 hours of your weekend with me. I will see you next time. Make those nav bars. I want to see what you create. Challenge yourself. Learn something new every day. That's all I'm asking. Even if it's like, hey, I learned how to drag a button onto the canvas. That's a lot, right? Double click on that button, see what happens. Create a hover effect if possible. Do something new every day, you know? I will see you next week, Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so. Thank you all so much again to I need to look at my, who's it? Valerie Scott, Ripple Effect, I think, and Colleen for supplying today's coffee for me. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel. I will see you in the Pixel Geek community. Pixelgeek.community. Sign up now. Yes, I will send out details as soon as they're ready. But super excited. I'll see you guys next weekend. And as always, make the web beautiful together. See ya.